Butech Bliss provides custom designed and built equipment, not standard off-the-shelf designs that may not be the best solution for your particular application. At Butech Bliss, we build things better. Butech Bliss, the industry leader in scrap handling technology, presents mill-duty dual arbor scrap choppers for coil processing lines. Slitting, cut-to-length, pickling, and galvanizing lines are just some of the many installations where Butech Bliss scrap choppers give you the benefits of increased scrap value, safer operation, increased productivity, and reduced downtime. Butech Bliss choppers automatically process coil line edge trim into short, manageable pieces that are more valuable and easier to handle than wound scrap balls. Chopped scrap also takes up far less storage space than wound scrap balls, leaving your valuable floor space open for better use. With an increasing demand for chopped scrap, ease of handling, and reduced cost of transportation, most scrap dealers are willing to pay a significant premium for it, sometimes as much as 15 to 20% per ton above the price of wound scrap. Another important benefit of Butech Bliss choppers is their safety features. With a Butech Bliss system, your operators are never exposed to moving scrap strands because the strands automatically thread down entry chutes and are cut inside totally enclosed chopper heads. The scrap then falls onto a conveyor, which carries it to a scrap box conveniently located away from the line. If you compare this with a typical winder system where exposed edge trim passes by at maximum line speed, you can really see the difference. Scrap winders also require frequent banding and dumping of springy scrap balls, creating further operator hazard and line downtime. Another safety factor that must be considered is the amount of noise to which operators are exposed to. Many of the older scrap choppers that you may be familiar with are incredibly loud and require hearing protection for anyone near them. Butech Bliss choppers, however, run very quietly and don't require hearing protection, even when a person is standing right beside them. Butech Bliss choppers have a smooth helical cutting action, can cut from a stall condition, and run synchronous with the edge trim at all times, keeping the noise level well below government-regulated standards, eliminating the need for hearing protection equipment for line operators. The Butech Bliss system of handling scrap is not only safer, but also greatly increases the productivity of most lines. If you've ever run hard steel with deep edge cracks, you know how difficult it can be to process these coils. Because of the tendency of scrap winders to break these strands in two, wider edge trim is cut off, decreasing the yield of each coil. These coils are often run at slower than normal line speeds, and frequent stops are also required to rethread the winders each time the scrap strand breaks. With a Butech Bliss system, these problems are virtually eliminated. The self-feeding entry scrap chutes support and guide the scrap as soon as it's cut. Narrow strands, edge cracks, scrap strand breaks, and high operating speeds are no problem for Butech Bliss choppers, providing practically hands-off scrap handling. Many customers who have replaced their outdated scrap handling systems with Butech Bliss choppers note that productivity increases as much as 30 to 40% on their most difficult products and 10 to 20% on their standard products. Everyone who operates coil processing equipment is concerned with maintenance downtime. Butech Bliss choppers are designed to minimize downtime in many ways. The machines are of rugged mill-type construction with heavy welded steel fabrications, tapered roller-bearing arbor supports, anti-backlash gearing, and generous service factors on all components. Wear surfaces are made of hardened alloy steel and are designed for easy replacement when necessary. Downtime for knife maintenance is also reduced with Butech Bliss choppers. They have a new advanced cutter design that's so simple, so reliable, and so easy to maintain, it's made all other designs obsolete. This patented shimless knife configuration allows a helical shear-like cutting action for quiet operation and long knife life. Each knife on Butech Bliss choppers has 4 usable cutting edges and can be rotated or replaced in minutes instead of hours without removing the chopper arbor and requiring no time-consuming knife gap adjustment. Even sharpening Butech Bliss knives is a simple operation. The two flat sides are ground on a surface grinder. No shims are required after sharpening on our new shimless knife designs. The knife gap is always maintained, and the possibility of shimming errors after grind down is eliminated. No costly jigs or fixtures are required, and the operation is easy enough to be done in-house by many customers. When downtime is extremely critical, quick change scrap chopper heads can be provided, allowing offline knife maintenance. Changing the heads can be accomplished in as little as 10 to 15 minutes using an overhead or jib crane. Butech Bliss scrap choppers have powered width adjustment. The housings can be removed to chop the scrap from a minimum width coil as well as moved out to the maximum width coil. The scrap chutes move with the housings, so the next scrap threading is as easy as the previous one. For continuous high production process lines, Butech Bliss has developed a new series of wide knife scrap chopper models. Equipped with automatic head positioning, these choppers can be designed for multiple scrap cutting positions to provide extended knife life. Sales, engineering, manufacturing, and service groups are all in one location at Butech Bliss, ensuring on-time delivery. The engineering department uses state-of-the-art equipment to ensure that each chopper will fit properly and install quickly in new or existing lines. With well over 400 sets of choppers sold since 1985, Butech Bliss has become the world leader in scrap handling technology. With all of the benefits of installing Butech Bliss choppers, the increased scrap value, safer operation, increased productivity, reduced downtime, and high return on investment, isn't it time you looked into installing a set on your line? Butech Bliss continues to create machines that deliver the most beneficial features in the industry: design, manufacture, and service. We build things better.